Hello and welcome to Toking with Jim. Nah, I'm just kidding. Guess I'm joking with Jim now. Anyway, I'm Jim, your resident smoker, resident drinker of caffeinated beverages. Today I'm smoking amber leaf, the good old 30 gram, €28 box of amber leaf, and I'm drinking the Monster Strawberry Dreams. Ultra Strawberry Dreams. And it's nice. I find the morning of Monsters better than a coffee. A coffee just tends to make me feel like gritty in my stomach. A Monster is a nice, smooth, caffeinated high. Anyway, time to smoke. Do. So, what have you all been up to? You smoking much? How much are you smoking a day? I could be up to 35, easily 30 anyway. 25 to 30. 25 would be it. Oh, nearly dropped the cigarette. 25 would be a light day, to be honest. And we're nearly at 400 subscribers. Then it's not long till the 500 mark. Then we can start thinking about monetization. But I need, I think it's 3,000 valid public watch hours. So it's still going to be a while. But we'll get there. Anyway, I'll leave my PayPal down below as well. You know, if you want to tip me €1, whatever. If you want to buy me a pack of smokes, whatever, you know. Just if you feel the inclination, or you know, if it's not too much for you. I'm not saying you have to, and I'm barely saying you should. I'm just saying it's there. You know, the drinking was a huge part of this channel. It was a big part of it, and since I've been sober 3.5 years, you know, the views aren't as much, but still, you know, I think there's some of the old guard still here. I know there's some new people. I know there's some dedicated watchers out there. You know who you are. Keep watching. And this is going to sound like some AA bullshit when I say I genuinely feel better for being sober. And I know if I go back to drinking, I'll just be in a fucking alcohol and drug cycle again. Because they say it always gets worse extremely quickly when you go back to it. You go right back to the behaviors you had towards the end of your drinking and drugging. And that you don't just settle. Once you've been through the addiction of it, you don't just settle for like 4 or 5 cans on an evening on a Friday or Saturday. It would go straight back into all the stuff. Anyway, that's the Smoking with Jim update for now. And the cigarette's nearly out. One more toke. Got my eye. Anyway, If you're new, like and subscribe. If you're not, comment below. I've tried loads of cigarettes now for this channel. I'll have to go back over the old videos and see which ones I haven't. Probably stuff like Silk Cut Silver and Silk Cut Blue. I'll do a Silk Cut Blue review next, so look forward to it.